But I don't want no tea. It gives me a headache.
Oh, what shall we have then?
Coffee.
Hi everyone, hey, I'm back. Thanks for waiting for so long. I've been doing other things and been busy, so I want to let you know what I've been up to. As you know, I primered it last time. As you can see, I found some flaws I didn't like up top here. And I had a ridge line up here, this piece of plastic here. And so I've sanded that down. Like I said, I had some heavy scratches here. Apparently using 320 or 400 too deep does that. So I put a little putty in there. I'm getting ready to wet sand some areas on this with 800 grit. So I just took some red putty to smear on my finger very lightly to fill some little cracks. I mean, they're tiny, tiny cracks, but to me they're noticeable. They may not be as noticeable to other people, but I just am a little touchy about that. So I'm really trying to make all my mistakes disappear. On the bottom here, right where these two pieces go, I filled that in. I'm going to sand that down smooth. Same thing with the rear section here, as you can see. And like I said, back here I have some stuff, and so I'll sand all that. I've already sanded this area. I don't know if that was a part in the plastic right here or if it was just paint, but I've sanded all that smooth. Make sure when you're doing this, at least for me, so you don't clog up your paper, just wet sand. Get it wet, or like my friend Boyd does, just sprays it with some water. You don't have to use it. Dip it in here if you don't want to. Basically, over here I saw a ridge, this is all one solid piece. Just take your sandpaper and just wet sand it. Let me see if I can get this in here. Just wet sand it, and I've made this. I'd kind of feather it into your. If you're not going to go up all the way, kind of feather it into your. Your other paint. Don't hit it too hard. And with 800 grit, you're probably going to be really fine. And then just rinse it off. I'm going to eventually wash this stuff. I want to get out. It's 4:30 now. Try and get out, get this done, dry it off, and get out and put another primer coat on. Double check everything. I picked up my colors for it. I still got to put these photo etched the little control fins for the front of the torpedo that go on right here. I've got to try and get those on so I can primer those. The torpedoes are fine, besides a little paint, light dusting on them. I don't know if you can see that or not. They are fine. They look really well done. These torpedoes are really awesome. So I want to try and sand this real quick. Get it done, wet sand, and get these fins on here, and then put a primer coat on it today. Tomorrow, hopefully, I picked out a couple colors. I'm going to use. If I wanted to order Model Master paints at naval colors, I would have had to have gone with the Kriegsmarine colors. And I went over to the hobby shop, bought some paints, and I brought them home. And being partially colorblind like I am, I started comparing to other ones, and they all have a slight green tint to it. And I don't want a slight green tint to them. So I couldn't find any of them. So I want to use Gunship Gray, and for the main part of it, and then I'm going to use Engine Gray for the torpedoes, and then these will be black, like they say in the like showing the pictures and stuff. Like I said, this one was found by the British at the end of the war. It was never used. So the good part is when I go to, what I will do is put another primer coat on it. It's fine. I'm going to start taking black, some flat black, and hit all of my panel lines here, my weld seams, everything. I'll hit with black. So I'm going to put my Gunship Gray on. You will see that it will show through it. And then when I go to weather and everything, I'm not going to heavily weather this because it was never used. I may put a little rust on it, a little weathering, but I'm not going to do a whole lot because it was never used. Hey, they found it. And yeah, if it was right near the ocean, which it probably was, yeah, it'll have some rust on it, but not much. I'm not going to do a whole lot. So I want to use these two colors, and I'll be back when I get that done. All right, see you soon. All right, everybody, real quick update. I now have, let me see if I can get this. By the way, this is the new camera I bought 1080 DPI or 1080, so it should have better resolution in my old videos. You can see that I have the fins on the front now. Oh, hold on, let me get a little closer. I don't know, sometimes I don't want to focus in, but anyway, there we go. The fins are on. And got them on, so this is ready to primer. And on both of them. And as you can see, I've been real busy. You can see at the front end I fixed any seam lines. I've got to wash this still. I'm going to wash it. I'm not going to get to painting today. Darn it. It's like 5:35 and I'm not going to get turned. It's getting a little chilly out. The sun doesn't stay out as long as it used to. So anyway, you can see I've got this on. All I had left is a dome on, but that won't go on until last. A few little small things that I had to touch up was, what's funny is in the mold seam, sometimes you just don't see this little thing without primer. So make sure you primer your models, guys. It really makes, with gray primer, you can see all of your mistakes. And I saw this one little seam there, and it was just slight, but it's just enough. Where I thought, well, I'll take some 800 grit and some wet sand it, and it turned out really nice. So like I said, I've got everything sanded down. I'm real happy. So I'm ready to primer. And I'll be starting that soon. And I'll get back to you when I do that. Alright, bye. Hey everyone. Oh no! What happened to my sub? I could have sworn I was just working on it. Yeah, there she be. Arg. I now have I fixed all the primer stuff that I showed you guys, and then I sprayed all the lines to give it that depth look, so when I spray my new color on there, she'll look real pretty. I've done all the cracks and crevices I wanted to, so she's all dressed up. Isn't that pretty? Well, sort of. To me it is. To you, maybe you're like, what the heck did you do? You ruined it. Nah, that's shading, baby. Alright, well, anyway, as you can see, I've done both sides. I think it looks cool just like that. I almost want to leave it like that. But I'm not. So I'm happy with it. It is looking really good. So my next step will be to spray paint, or the airbrush, my color on there. So I'll be right back. Hold on a second. Hold on. I have to hang this back up because I have to show you the next step. Alright, now, as you can see, I have also finished the torpedoes. As you can see, hopefully, you can see all the black work I've done on that. Let me put this there. Now you gotta focus this in. Did all around the bands there, right here. Did all the circle things, and that'll really show up for good for shading and all the cracks. Did the end here, so that'll help for all the shading. And the best part is finished primering these. Look at that. Is that pretty or what? All black like that? Oh my gosh, it's smooth coat. Really went on nice. I love Model Master paints. The enamels are just fantastic. Just a beautiful black. I was going to just put gloss black on, but I decided, I had bought this anyway, and so I decided it's, let's see if you can read it. It is number 2040 Aircraft International Black. FS, is that? I can't tell. It's FS, FS 3703. And wow, this stuff's really nice. It comes out in a matte, not gloss or flat, like a matte color. I really like this. Very nice. So I'm very happy with that. Now, I went to my friend Roy's house today, and I was telling him about the colors I picked out, the engine gray for it, and the actually it's gonna be gunship gray for the hull, and then this what do you call it? Engine gray for the torpedoes. Well, he goes over to his cabinet and goes, hey, why don't you borrow some of my paints? Gee, it's Life Colors camouflage set for Kriegsmarine. Jeepers, Mr. Wilson. I can use these. Now, they are acrylics. I've never used them before. He gave me some thinner for them. But These are kind of expensive. I think it was like, he said it was $30 for the 6, so that's $5 a piece. But you get a good amount. So now all I gotta do, I actually have the right names, you know, and the right numbers for this. So I can now get the exact color I need for the torpedo and the submarine. I am very jazzed. So I'll be working on that. I was very happy that he had this. He has a bunch of sets of these. They make them for Army, Navy, World War II, different wars. They have so many sets of these. So if you need official colors, these are them. Let me get a little closer. Let me turn like that. There you go. This camera's a little crooked. But if you're interested in it, take a look. I think don't know if you got them off of squadron.com or spruebrothers.com. So check it out. What set number is this to help you? It even gives you instructions on the back. It's CS-12. German World War II, set to Bootwaffe. And Roy's German, so, well, he doesn't read and write German all the time, but he does know what these the colors mean and all that stuff. The Grau is gray, and that means dark. Dunkelgrau means dark gray. Blau-gray means blue-gray, and all that kind of stuff. So, I'm very happy. I get to try these out, so wish me luck. I'll be back when I put the coat of paint on there, on the hull and on the torpedo. Should be able to do that. Hopefully this week, if I get off early. It's up to Vinny. But if we're busy, no big deal. I'll do it next weekend. I've got, not this weekend, this weekend coming up, I've got to definitely do the majority of the work. Hopefully during the week I'll get some time to paint it, because it gets darker early now, around 6:30. Sometimes I get home early, sometimes I don't. So, you know, it all depends on my boss and the work we have. No big deal. I'll get the time. I'll make the time. I want to finish this up before the following weekend is the contest in North Carolina. So I've got to get it finished soon. Should be no big deal. Minor things to do. I still have to do the screws for the back of the torpedoes. They'll be done in brass, and some weathering, and then screw it down to a wood plaque. I think I already have one that I can use. All right. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be back with another video when I get the next coat of paint on. Good seeing you. Take care, everyone. Keep modeling. It's the best hobby you could possibly have, in my opinion. Bye now.